Hartford, Connecticut. Well, the whole entire state of Connecticut. In terms of sports, they are really only known for one thing: UConn University basketball, in which they're mainly known as a basketball school more than they are a football school. But you know why we're seeing a current map of Connecticut? Because this is gonna be the state in which the next big universe series, in which connecting college football to Madden, will be taking place. Starting with our main character of this entire series, Alexander Evans. Now, he was born in New York, but his family made enough money to where he can go to Connecticut and have a better life. At age 9, that's when Alexander moved. Now, he is a junior currently at UConn University and is one of the best players in UConn history and was one of the highest prospects in the state of Connecticut the year he ended up, committing. People always thought he would go to UConn because he wanted to be closer to home. Even though he could have went to Ohio State, could have went to Syracuse, could have went to Rutgers, could have went to West Virginia. He could have went anywhere else in the East Coast, and he would have been the starter. He chose to go to UConn. But at the same time, brewing in Hartford, Connecticut, is a brand new NFL team called the Connecticut Gladiators. They were building something in Connecticut to where they're like, all right, you know what? We might relocate Washington and relocate them to Connecticut and have them be part of the NFC East. Now, the Gladiators will be a freshly new team in the NFL, picked up by a lot of rookies and a lot of players and all that. A lot of people from the Washington Redskins team, they will actually be free agents. They will not be on this brand new team. All of them will be released. All of them will be free agents. But here's why these two are going to be connected. Alexander Evans is the poster boy for the Connecticut Gladiators. As you see, I'm showing out the uniform and all that. But the poster boy for the Connecticut Gladiators is Alexander Evans, and this is the year he's eligible for the draft. So his home state everyone is looking at number 5 to see where does he go. Is he gonna? He has to go first overall. Obviously, he's one of the best players in all college football, but along with, of course, guys like Tim Tebow, Sam Bradford, even though their names weren't licensed in the game, you guys get the point. They knew that there was a chance, but the moment they heard about the Connecticut Gladiators, they were like, maybe there's a chance we can get the hometown kid to be the face of the NFL and the face of our franchise. Now, this team will not be like any other team that I start off with. Usually, for a creative team, I start off with the usual air it out, or balanced. This is not the case. This is going to be a cupcake team. Flat out, abysmal, not even that good. But here's why I'm explaining this, right? Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be playing the junior year of Alexander first. That will be what kicks off this entire series. Then we will simulate the first year of the Connecticut Gladiators, and then I will do my same magic. Make some moves, make some trades, get some pieces, and all of that. We do that, right? We do that, we get the picks and all that, and the next thing you know, of course, the main focus and the main character, Alexander Evans, goes from Connecticut Husky to Connecticut Gladiator. So you guys see him look around the stadium and all that. The stadium's gonna start off a little bit small, but then as the team gains more popularity, as the team gets better and better and bigger, the more the more impactful the stadium will be. But basically, what we're gonna do is NCAA 10 will kick it off. But I just found this out today that I have to do a full season of NCAA Football 10, then do a full season of Madden 10 in order for me to use the draft classes. So it's not like how, I could wait to the end of the season and use the draft class for the NFL. No, I would literally have to complete a full season of college football first, then complete a full season of Madden right after. So, a couple weeks, NCAA, off-season video, boom, that's out. Then we move on to Madden. Madden, the same thing. But we're not going to start officially with Madden until Alexander is on the team. Now, The Gladiators, you guys may like the uniform. Like, feel like you guys gonna like the uniforms. What I did, a little bit of a brand new colorway. Not the usual colorway, but you guys about to see the team right now. They're not really the best. Like I said, cupcake. They ain't the best. But most of these guys, everyone on this team is a rookie. But the main focus that everyone in the state of Connecticut wants is Alexander Evans. Even the whole nation knows that the Connecticut Gladiators are gonna go after Alexander Evans. I mean, everybody knows that that's gonna be the pick. Wherever draft pick this team, because they're not like the Toronto Dragons, where by the way, in advance, what happened in Compton in Toronto is canon in this. Even though it's in a whole different universe, it's canon. Just saying. So, they saw what Toronto did and how Toronto took everybody, took up the whole NFL world, and how Compton shook up the entire college football world. But Compton is no creative team with this, so it's a little bit different. UConn has been a team for years. Meanwhile, in terms of expansion, in terms of relocation or a brand new team, the Gladiators, they're not really any high expectations. Not until they get Alexander. That's when the expectations are gonna start. This is like a filler year for them. Whoever they get or however they do, they could see what they could work on, and then whatever pieces they need to work on, so that way Alexander could have the best team surrounding him and the best unit for him, so that way Connecticut could end up becoming a powerhouse and end up running the East. It's crazy to say that when we have states like when the East Coast, like Philadelphia, well, like PA, New York, Jersey, and all that, and even Florida, Georgia, in the East. Well, Southeast. You guys get the point. The whole East Coast. You guys get the point. To the point where Connecticut is undoubtedly the best in that section of the country, and then makes their way over to the entire nation overall. So it's more of the pressure of both NFL and college is riding on this one kid. For Alexander Evans, in terms of college, it's more of what are they going to do when Alexander is no longer there. That's why we're going to keep the UConn. That's why I'm going to keep UConn. That's why we're going to do a whole series with UConn. More to see what can they do after they lost Alexander Evans. Kind of similar to the University of Florida, how we wasn't really the same. We had took us a while after Tim Tebow left. How would UConn be without Alexander Evans? Even though in his freshman year he led them to a Big East title. In his freshman year, he's been holding their own. He's been a top Heisman candidate. He's been a Heisman candidate that people pay attention to. But it's more about, can he actually get the job done? Can he actually win the national championship, win the Heisman in a very jam-packed, jam-packed conference? Not conference, but like overall, the journey for UConn is going to be a fight, because they know that they have to win. This is the BCS system. This is not like 2024 where there's a whole playoff system. No, this is back when only 2 teams can make it to the national championship. So the way how people see it, also in the background, yes, I was kind of creating a prospect. I haven't done that in a while, but it's either here or there. But basically, they have to win the Big East, have a strong non-conference games where they win against ranked opponents, get ranked, win the Big East, and fight, scratch, and claw their way into top 2. One of the 2 teams in the nation. With them being in a conference, it does check out. But they are going to be having some tough competition for them to even get there. That's why a lot of people are like, you guys are putting all this faith in Alexander, and you guys are acting like Alexander is going to be this stud, or he's going to be this guy that's going to easily win the national championship. That's not the case. He still got Florida, still got Oklahoma, still got LSU, still got Ohio State, still got Alabama that's on the rise, still got Michigan, which I think they're not even ranked. It's kind of crazy. But yet again, Michigan wasn't really the best at this time. But neither here or there. Penn State, where they had a squad at the time, they were a lot of people, a lot of teams that they got to get through in order for them to be called champion. They have to get past a lot of people if they want to even do this. They have to do this in 1 year. It's not like, oh, they had their chances the first 2 years. This is their last chance because most likely Alexander's going into the draft after this season. After this season, he's gonna go to the draft, gonna get drafted by the Gladiators, and be the star and be the franchise quarterback for them. So basically, this is his last year. This is his last chance to prove that he could go out on top because Tebow has proved that he was the man. He got the job done and became national champion and the Heisman Trophy winner. The thing is with Alexander is he has the potential. He's been close, but they won and loss always derails their whole season numerous times. So the fact that now the pressure is on Alexander to not only take UConn to a national championship and win in his final year, most likely his final year playing college football, but also having to take a brand new NFL team that is being built up from scratch, from the ground up, and turn them into a New England Patriots, Indianapolis Colts, New York Giant, Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagle, or San Francisco 49ers or Pittsburgh Steelers level of a franchise in the NFL, which is a very, very hard, very hard task to do because you starting off from the bottom and you got to make your way all the way up to the way the Patriots are at, the greatest franchise in NFL history. No bias, but unlike the Cowboys, we didn't get smacked by a lot, in our own hometown. I mean, we only lost by 3 points in overtime, but it's right there. Sorry to bring that up, but either or, it's to a point where for Connecticut in the NFL, they're below Cleveland. They're below fucking the Browns. They're below the Browns to start off in terms of prestige and in terms of greatness. But in the span of 2 to 3 seasons, if they draft correctly, and you guys know with me at the helm drafting, you guys know when have I ever missed on a draft class? You guys don't remember any time in this entire channel's history that I missed in a draft class. I always get the right people, bro. Always. That's why I think I always win a lot of Super Bowls. I think I'm always competing for the Super Bowl every single season, bro. I draft smart too. Bro. But they have to draft correctly, get the right pieces, and not only that, they are in the NFC. They're gonna have to get past Philly. They're gonna have to get past the Giants in their own respective division, along with the Cowboys. They have to get past them. They have to not only their division, you also have to get past the Bucks, underrated team, but this first team I came to mention. The Cardinals, fresh out of a Super Bowl loss. Then you got the Niners that could be slowly on the rise. A lot of potential NFC teams that, go their own. Of course, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers and all that. But as you guys see on the screen currently, I'm making UConn's schedule, and this was Connecticut's schedule. I had to make sure it was challenging, so off rip. The first 3 games, away at Alabama, home against Ohio State, and at number 5 LSU. We only got a grand total of 3 ranked games in this. No, 4 ranked games and 3 to start off the season, just to boost up their chances of being in a national championship. Because if they beat Alabama, Ohio State, and LSU in the first 3 games to kick off the season, automatically you have to consider this team to be a national championship worthy team. If you're beating 3 out of the top 10 schools in the first 3 weeks, come on now, you gotta make sure. As you see, I got everything stand by. I got all the major receivers, but also I forgot to talk about that. Speaking about that, for Alexander Evans, his best friend is Jeremy Taylor, the star wide receiver. Now, like I said, this team is stacked. They have a stacked roster. They have a great roster. It's just that they fell short numerous times due to storyline purposes. But yeah, basically, Jeremy Taylor has been, even though he's older than Alexander, he wants to, when he heard about Connecticut and them growing up with each other, they're like, yo, this could be an opportunity. Think about it. If we win a national championship for our hometown, in college football, and then we go to the NFL and we do the same thing, Imagine being that big of a hero, not only for for a university, but for the NFL and for your entire state. Taking one team, putting up and making them national champions in college, and then going to the pros and taking one team that's in your same state and making them champions. That's a storybook ending. That's a storybook. That's a TV show right there, bro. That's some TV show shit right there, bro. Some TV storyline. You guys can't lie. I don't miss with these storylines, bro. I don't miss. So this is the official schedule. As you see, they have some tough competitors ahead of them. But the goal is national championship. Now, I might adjust these. I might adjust some of these games. I might probably add another extra ranked game. But basically, that's it. That's where we're gonna lead off. Probably either tomorrow or I might, if I'm in the mood, if I'm feeling a little bit generosity tonight, might be the premiere of the Alexander Evans Connecticut series, the entire Connecticut series. Now I don't know how many seasons I'm gonna do of both of these. I don't know, but like I said, I have to do the first season of I have to do one season of NCAA first, then do one season of Madden, finish that, then do one season of NCAA, finish that, and then do so that way it kind of is a little bit easier in terms of me scheduling because I could focus on one thing at a time while still focusing on a bunch of things because I still got the All Pro 2K8 series I want to start up again. Trust me, the content for that is fun. It's really really fun, and also it's more of a viewer's choice type of thing. But yeah, man, that's where we're gonna end it off. But comment down below what you guys think about this series because the pressure of an entire state. It's not about a school. It's not about a team. This is a state. An entire state is sitting and riding on one man to be great. One man to make their entire state a powerhouse. And that man is Alexander Evans. Blackboy TJ, I'm out. Peace.